right, man. Well, a home game for you. It's gotta feel pretty good. What's the excitement like right now?
Right now, it's just containing all the emotions, going over all the things that I got to get done in my head. You know, you got to put yourself in that mindset that, especially at home, you're not going to lose. So whatever it takes, we're going to get out there and get it done.
You haven't done much losing here, so you have been successful here. What's the secret? I mean, is there a comfort you feel ahead of time, or is it a mindset? What's the secret?
To be honest, it's just knowing the work that I've done makes me confident. There's a lot of guys that are working hard, but they're not working as hard as I am. And just going out there with my own game plans and formulating my own style. And if for any reason anything happens in the middle of that fight, I'm able to make the adjustments myself. Also, I have my team that are fighters and are MMA fighters themselves who have been doing this for a very long time. So if they're seeing something that I'm not in there, in between rounds, hey, this is what's going on, this is what's open, and I start breaking them down slowly.
Big time main event here, right? Big time name on the other side of the cage. Give me an idea. I mean, does this feel like a big opportunity for you? Does it feel like a special fight, or is this just another day in the office?
To be honest, it's another day in the office, but I definitely know that this is going to be the name that's going to get my name out there. I'm always the underdog, sort of say, you know, but Lorenz is one of those guys that if you beat him, he's always a dangerous guy. So when I beat him Friday night, there's no more doubters.
Pretty decent little track record you put together lately, and you said always the underdog. I mean, so do you go on with a little chip on your shoulder? Is it like, hey, why am I not getting the respect that I deserve?
It's never about that. It's always just going out there knowing that I can win. You know, I love proving people wrong, so eventually it's going to switch, and I can't have that be my thing that makes me win fights. You know, from the beginning, I'm always the underdog, but I always knew that that's only in their eyes. In my eyes, I've always known that they're the underdog, and they need to be worried about me and my style. Most guys don't fight like I do. I slowly break you down to make sure you don't want to fight me again. And where other guys, they're quick to get the finish. You know, it's almost like they're fighting on nerves and trying to get through that. And I'm comfortable in there. That's where I'm free. That's where I feel alive. So I like being in there as long as possible and break these guys down.
Talk to me about the catch weight. Whose idea was that? Why was that needed? Why are we fighting this thing at 180 pounds?
I think just because of my last fight, it was at 180. I had missed weight by 2 pounds. So just so we're clear, I had a text. 5 in the afternoon is when they told me that I had this to make weight. So then the week of, and I know it happens. They didn't send me the text saying that the week of it switched back to 11. So from 11 to 5, that's a lot of the hours taken away from me. So I missed by 2 pounds. I wasn't too happy because I got fined $5,000, but I made sure it's like the old saying, you know, F me once, shame on you. F me twice, shame on me. So it's not going to happen again. I'm ready to go.
Cool. Well, that's why I want to ask you, because I mean, this would be a huge win for you. Like you said, a name that I think would give you respect. But are you a welterweight? I mean, or is that where you? I mean, do you feel that your future is at welterweight?
Like I said, Brandon Ward's a lot bigger guy, so I didn't want to lose too much weight and then completely be the small guy. I knew eventually he was going to try to get me down. Once I started outlanding him, a lot of his shots were landing on my arms. So like what's going on in the commentary, we don't hear. It's just what we're feeling in the fight. He was throwing, he wasn't landing anything clean, so he had to score takedowns. And I knew eventually, after about second or third, he was going to be exhausted. The third round, you can actually hear it in the commentary. His corner goes, jab, keep away from him, jab, like, because he was tired, and I could see it on his face. And after that, I was just putting a little bit more pressure, and I knew he was going to make the mistake, and he gave up the neck.
Nice. All right, well, last thing for me. I mean, again, this would be a big win. On paper, it looks like stylistically it could be a lot of fun. How do you see this thing going down on Friday night?
A car accident, man. It's going to be a car accident on his chin. I see him. My style's already going to come forward, but he's on 2 losses, so I feel that he's going to try to come in here aggressive and try to get it done early. Want to shake those nerves and kind of get his victory, but they picked the wrong guy.
Yes, on that subject, obviously, as you say, he's 0-2 losses to Douglas Lima and Paul Daly. Do you feel that there might be some kind of desperation stakes from him that you're kind of suggesting there, that he's not just got to look impressive? We know he's a point striker, really. That's his game.
Yeah.
And you're saying that that'll play into your hands because you've got heavier hands than him.
I wouldn't say I have heavier hands, but with speed, there's power, and with his speed coming forward, and me meeting that chin at the same time, that's what creates a knockout. You know, I don't have to actually try to look for the knockout. He's going to give it to me by him trying to come forward and trying to get this done early. So that's what I see it happening. If not, I'm always ready for the long haul, and everybody knows that. I can go the distance, and these guys have not proven that they can, which is also going to hurt them later on down the line if they ever do get a title shot. You have to be ready for that 4th and 5th round, and if you're not, I've been there, so out of experience, I know it's better to just have fun. You know, get in there and have fun.
On that subject, you know, Paul Daly really got under Lorenz's skin in was it San Jose? Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh, yeah, San Jose. And you know, we saw him like we've never seen him before. He literally did go for a fight at the weigh-ins. I mean, it was genuine. Yeah. Is there I don't know if he's in here.
No.
A chance for you to have a go. Are you going to try and get under his skin in the next couple of days?
No, I think the win alone is gonna do that enough. You know.
But he can be mentally rattled, it seems, you know? Yeah,
but, you know, for me, we actually trained together in the past, so right. Just going out there, you know, honestly, I like him. I see him as a friend, you know, but once I seen him get out of the UFC, I knew we were going to fight. You know, I knew the only other place really to go to is Bellator. That's at that level with the UFC, and so it was just one of those things. I knew we were going to fight, and I actually been planning to fight him for that long just because I knew how talented he is. That was before I even knew he was going to get the title shot, you know. So I already knew then, and then once he did get the title shot, he honestly, I really thought he was really close to beating Lima, but Lima had got enough done in the first 3 rounds. But once he switched lefty, it was really close. He could have easily been the champion. So I already had in mind that either one of those guys I was going to end up facing anyway.
So finally from me, so even though he is a friend, is he just a body on Friday night?
Of course, you know, once you sign a contract, it's either you or me, you know, and they're trying to basically come in here and you know, if he's on 2 losses, they're trying to make a name off me because I have a name right now in Bellator. So, like I said, it was a wrong mistake. It's a mistake on their not him. He's going to do whatever the management tells him. You know, so I think his management team should have did a better job and protect him, get him an easier fight, one that he probably more likely would have won. And but hey, that's why we gamble, and wrong bet.
Thank you.